Today, I'm going to review 291 Distillery's Edition Barrel Proof Bourbon. So let's just get right into it. Distillery 291 was started in 2011 by Michael Myers, and he came to Colorado to make whiskey. Now, he wasn't a distiller, he was a former fashion photographer. He didn't have any experience distilling, and he decided he wanted to open a distillery on his own. So this is a whiskey he made. Well, the descendant of, anyway. So let's check it out first, and I'll tell you a bit more. This one's hot. Ethanol comes right out of the glass first. Caramel, some of the, a little bit minty, sort of. But not quite minty. Whew. That ethanol just kind of reaches out for your nose. A lot of is very woody on the nose and sweet at the same time. Kind of some kind of light fruit in it, kind of maybe a fresh apple, but not quite. Caramel. It's really thick nose. Like, girl, why you so thick? It's thick.
Girl, why you so thick?
Woo! So this one, I didn't go over it first, but this bottle comes in at 128.9 proof. So that's 64% alcohol. That's a hot one. Woo! And that palate, it's thick. It's hot, spicy. It's sweet. It's rye spice in there, a little spiciness to it, and kind of a little minty. It reminds me of like a peppermint, like you've been chewing peppermint gum, but then you eat something else. And this is so, like, this is a thick pour. I'm not just saying that to be funny. It's a dense whiskey, and really something that honestly, I think it'd be fun to really open up. Now, it's very sharp. It doesn't take any prisoners. And that, honestly, for this, I think is a good thing. But let me tell you a bit more about the reason, about the purpose. So, Michael Myers, when he made his whiskey, he decided he wanted to make something that's not typical. He wanted to make the kind of whiskey that a cowboy in the Old West, strolling up to a bar, ask for a whiskey, barman would break out a bottle, whiskey.
We pour whiskey.
There you go. So that's what he wanted. He wanted that kind of harsh, not taking any prisoners, kind of rough, rugged around the edges, frontiersman kind of whiskey. That's what he wanted to make. So he didn't have a still. He made one out of his old copper lithograph plates. He made his own still and made it pretty much in a closet, his first space, and then gradually grew from there. But he did it on his own. I think I remember a story where he had to hit a switch every couple minutes, otherwise it would turn off. So he did this on his own and gradually grew it until he had somebody make a bigger still for him, but he still has that original still. Parts of it are now his doubler on his current setup. But doing this 11 years, really, this whiskey, I think is really good. Now, I've tried their rye before, and I think it is fantastic. Their rye also is that same take no prisoners, kind of hot and okay with it, but it's so minty and like, it's delicious. It's just delicious. Take my word for it. Now this one, it's kind of love it or hate it. Some people really like this. Some people don't. I think This is the kind of whiskey that is not for the beginner. If you're just starting out, don't dive right into this. It'll kick your butt. So, but if you're more advanced and you're more curious about Colorado whiskey, you've been around the block before and you've had some higher proof whiskeys, give this a try. But give it some space, because it's going to kick your butt a little bit. But if you're willing to go along for the ride, you might have fun. So, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this whiskey. With you folks, check out this video over here where we go over another Colorado whiskey. I'll see you there. Cheers.